What happened today in court took everybody by surprise. The atmosphere was tense, emotional, and filled with confusion. Supporters of Nnamdi Kanu gathered early in the morning, some of them coming from far places, hoping to enter the courtroom to witness the hearing. But before they could even get close to the main door, they were stopped by officers of the Department of State Services, the DSS. It started slowly with people standing in groups, talking and waiting. Then, as time went on, the crowd became larger. You could feel the emotion, the hope, and the anger mixing together. Some supporters were holding small flags, some had pictures of Kanu, and others just came to quietly observe. But before they could even move closer, DSS officers formed a strong line across the entrance. They told everyone to move back. That was when the noise began. People started asking, well, why are you stopping us? We just want to see our leader. We want to watch the trial. Please, if you are just joining us, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel because I'm giving you every detail as it happened. Without fear, without bias, just the truth. So, the shouting continued. You could hear raised voices. Supporters insisting that the court is public and they have a right to be inside. The officers, on the other hand, stood firm. They said they had an order to control entry that only accredited persons were allowed. The situation quickly became heated, and you could sense the frustration building. Cameras were rolling. Journalists were there recording every move. Inside the courtroom, things were also serious. Nnamdi Kanu was there, calm but visibly concerned. He complained through his legal team that the DSS had made it very difficult for him to prepare his defense properly. He said they refused to allow him access to his legal documents and even stopped him from filing important papers. The judge listened carefully and then made a very strong decision. The court ordered the DSS to allow him full access to his defense documents and to make sure he can prepare his case properly. Now, that order was very important. It showed that even though security agencies may have power outside, the court still has the final word inside. It reminded everyone that no matter how heated things get, the law remains the main authority. Viewers, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss the next update because this case is still unfolding. After that order, the court stood down briefly to allow Kanu to depose to an affidavit, meaning he was allowed to sign and submit a sworn statement to support his claims. That part of the hearing was calm, but outside the tension continued. Some supporters said they were pushed. Others said they were told to leave entirely. The noise attracted attention, and soon security vehicles moved closer to make sure the crowd didn't get out of control. But what's important here is that there was no major violence, just loud voices and heavy arguments. Many people were filming on their phones, sharing live videos online, which made it look even more dramatic. But if you watch closely, it was more of a protest and a show of emotion than an actual clash. Let me make this clear. This kind of tension is not new in Kanu's case. Every time he appears in court, the environment becomes charged. For years now, his supporters have seen his struggle as a symbol of something bigger, about fairness, rights, and identity. But the government, on its part, sees the issue as one of national security. So both sides are watching every move carefully. And that's why the courtroom becomes a theater of emotion and power. Please, take 1 second now to like this video and subscribe because your support helps us continue giving you balanced and verified news like this. Now, back to the matter. After the court proceedings ended, reporters outside tried to speak with lawyers and family members. Kanu's legal team expressed relief that the court had made a fair order. They said this was an important victory for due process and that they only want a fair trial, nothing more. His family members, on the other hand, were emotional. They said the DSS's attitude was making things harder than necessary. They called on the authorities to follow the rule of law and allow Kanu to exercise his rights fully. On the DSS side, the representatives didn't say much publicly, but sources explained that their main concern is maintaining peace and security in and around the court. They argue that in past court sessions, large crowds sometimes caused disruptions, and their job is to make sure no situation gets out of control. So from their point of view, the restrictions were necessary to protect the proceedings and avoid chaos. But the question that many Nigerians are asking now is, how far is too far when it comes to maintaining order? Should supporters be completely blocked from entering a public courtroom? Or should there be some level of access to ensure transparency? That question has been trending online with opinions divided. Some say the DSS overstepped their bounds, while others say they were simply doing the job. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section, but please keep your comments respectful. And again, if you haven't liked this video yet, please do so right now and subscribe so you can always get updates on what happens next. Now, looking ahead, the court has fixed November 20th as the judgment date in this long-running case. That's a day everyone is waiting for. Supporters, legal analysts, and even the international community. It's a date that could shape the direction of this story for years to come. Between now and that day, there will be a lot of legal work, more filings, and perhaps more tense moments like the one we just witnessed. And here's something to understand clearly. Nnamdi Kanu has chosen to represent himself at some points during the trial. That's unusual but not illegal. It means he believes he can better defend himself and express his own truth directly to the court. But it also means the process moves slower, and every step must follow legal rules carefully. The judge has to balance his right to self-representation with the need to keep the trial moving in a fair and orderly way. If you are still watching, please like this video and subscribe. I can't say that enough. Your support helps us continue bringing you clear, calm updates on stories that matter. Now let's talk about how the supporters see this case. For them, every time Kanu appears in court, it's not just about him as a person. It's about a cause. They see his case as a symbol of resistance, and that's why their emotions run high. For many, showing up in court is their way of saying they haven't given up. But what often happens is that security agencies see such large gatherings as possible flashpoints, and that's where the tension comes from. In fairness, the court has the right to control its environment. No judge wants a noisy or unsafe courtroom. But people also have the right to public trial and transparency. So what happened today is really about the struggle to balance those two rights: security and openness. Let's be honest, when you look at the video clips that have gone viral, you'll see the emotion on people's faces. You can feel their pain, their hope, their faith that something positive will come from this long struggle. You can also see the frustration of the officers who are just trying to follow their orders and keep things calm. So, it's not just a legal matter, it's human. It's about people, beliefs, and the system trying to handle all of that at once. As we go forward, one thing is certain: every hearing in this case will continue to draw attention. Journalists will be there, supporters will gather, and security will be tight. But what everyone should hope for is peace and fairness. Now, I'll tell you something important. When you discuss this story online or offline, please do it responsibly. Avoid words that can cause hate or anger. Remember, the aim is justice, not division. Focus on verified reports like what we're doing here. That's how you help keep peace and progress in society. If you're following me up to this point, I appreciate you deeply. Please like this video now and hit the subscribe button. That small click helps us continue growing this platform and bringing you clean, balanced updates every day. So as of this moment, the main takeaways are clear. There was tension outside the court. The DSS blocked supporters from entering. There was shouting but no large-scale violence. And inside the court, Nnamdi Kanu raised serious complaints about being denied access to his legal materials. The court heard him, made a ruling in his favor, and gave an order to the DSS to comply. The case is now moving toward the final judgment date in November. As simple as that sounds, it carries a lot of weight. Because what happens next will tell us whether the system can handle pressure without breaking and whether justice will truly be served. For now, what matters most is that calm is maintained and both sides obey the court. And you, my viewers, please remember, always verify information before sharing. Don't believe everything you see online without checking. Many people twist stories to get views. Here, we focus on facts and reality. That's why I always encourage you to stay subscribed so you don't miss the next chapter of this very important story. If you're still watching, thank you so much. Please click the like button now and subscribe if you haven't. Let's keep this community growing one truthful story at a time. Now, before I continue with the next part of the gist, should I go on? Do you want me to continue the rest of the story, including what might happen before the November 20th judgment and how this could affect national discussions?